Yes, thanks, Matt. Thanks for your time, Michael. Well, obviously the challenge is there before you. How do you sum up, the challenge, the confidence that you can try and turn things around for the series?
I think you just said it there, Tim. I think it is a challenge. We know that as a playing group that we didn't perform as well as we would have liked at Lords, and we have to come out here and win this Test match to give ourselves a chance of winning the series.
David Warner, is he going to play?
The team hasn't been given to me at this stage. I haven't even seen the wicket today, so I think the selectors want to look at the wicket today to see if it's changed, and then they'll pick the 11, and I'll let you know once I find out.
I know you're not a selector now, and you do sort of stress that, but you obviously want the players that you want in your team. Would it be fair to say that David Warner would add experience and a bit of batting aggression that's probably been missed so far in this series?
Look, I don't think it's about one individual player. I think it's going to take the whole squad and definitely the whole 11 players to take the field for us to win this series. Our backs are against the wall, there's no doubt about it. We have to come out here starting tomorrow and play our best cricket to give ourselves a chance. So whatever 11 players are selected, we're going to have to beat our best.
Michael, back in 36, 37, Australia came back from 2-0 down to win the series.
I remember it.
Then they had Don Bradman. You haven't got Bradman now, obviously.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Can realistically, have you got a prayer of coming back from 2-0 down?
I honestly believe we can win this series, yeah. And I know there's a lot of people out there that will laugh at me saying that, but, I wouldn't be here today if I thought, this team wasn't good enough to have success. If I didn't think I could get the best out of the players, I certainly wouldn't be captain of this team. Like I say, the reality is our backs are against the wall, there's no doubt about it. But if we play our best cricket, I think we'll give it a real shake the rest of the series.
Obviously settlement with Mickey Arthur back home. He said that will allow everyone, including the team, to move on with their lives. Is it a relief for you? Has it been on your mind?
What's that, sorry?
The settlement with Mickey Arthur and Cricket Australia.
I don't know much about it, to be honest.
So they've reached a confidential settlement.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, it hasn't had any impact on the team.
Haven't been thinking about it at all?
Obviously not.
One more question. Obviously there must be fears within the team that these predictions of a whitewash will come true. How do you as captain try and counter that kind of negativity that might be lingering there?
Well, I think it's been there the whole series. That was the prediction when we arrived in the UK, and it's up to us to make sure we don't allow that to happen. Like I say, I believe we can win the series. So we'll go out there tomorrow and hopefully start this Test match well, and in 5 days' time we'll wait and see what the result says.
Michael, how's Steve Smith's back?
I sent him this morning, and he's a lot better than he has been over the last couple of days. So I think the plan is to hopefully come down and train today and be right for tomorrow.
If he doesn't train today, does that mean he's no chance for tomorrow?
I probably can't answer that, to be honest. That's not my decision. I think they'll do everything they can to give Steve the best possible opportunity to be right for tomorrow. But I'm confident you'll see him training today, and he should be right for tomorrow.
Yeah. Michael, if David Warner does play, what can he bring to the team?
Hopefully a lot of runs. I think whatever batters are selected, we need to perform better than we have done so far in the first 2 Test matches. So yeah, it's about performance. There's no doubt about it. We all need to make sure we're standing up and are accountable for our own performances. Hopefully the batters can lead the way with plenty of experience in that group of batters we have on this tour. We need to make sure we're scoring a lot more runs than we have done so far.
Michael, have you ever personally felt more in need of a big score?
I probably feel the same every time I walk out the bat, to be honest. I want to make it 100 every time I bat. I wanted that well before I was captain of Australia as well, actually well before I was playing cricket for Australia. I guess as you get older, you learn that it doesn't work like that in this game. There's tough times and you have to continue to work hard on your game to get better, but to give yourself the best chance of performing. And today will be no different for me training-wise. I'll make sure I'll prepare as well as I can, and I'll go out there and play as well as I can in this Test match.
Mark, how would you describe the spirit of the team? And one thing I noticed watching you train day in, day out, no matter what the setbacks, there seems to be a good camaraderie around the team. You're laughing and joking. Has it been a difficult week so far as that's been concerned after Lords?
Look, we've been really fortunate, to be honest. The guys have been fantastic. Their attitude, I can't fault their attitude. The way we've trained, has been exceptional. And I said when we arrived here that our preparation has been spot on, and I honestly believe that. So, that's probably why you take it to heart so much as captain when you don't get the result you'd want, because you see the guys working so hard. I think if we can get a win up we'll be able to grab hold of that momentum. So we're fighting for that first victory at this stage, but the guys have had an amazing attitude throughout this whole series, win, lose or draw. So I'm confident that'll continue off the field. It's just about now making sure we play some of our best cricket to get that result on the field.
Danny, would you say you've detected any difference in Warner? Does it seem like a wiser Warner who's come back to the squad?
Well, he's got 190 odd runs under his belt, which is obviously a positive considering our batters haven't made many runs so far on this tour. Look, I think Davey at the time made it very clear that he was extremely apologetic for what occurred, and he knows what the expectations are as an Australian cricketer. So I'm very confident that he's learnt from what's happened in the past, and he's trying to put that behind him and move forward, and I think he's doing a really good job at this stage.
Sam, would you expect England to come up more verbally if he does play? And do you have to sort of speak to him beforehand to just simmer him down?
Not at all. I think David will look forward to that if that's the case.
Agar bowled 42 overs at Lords, didn't get a wicket. England got 11 wickets with their spinners. Is it too much of an ask for a 19-year-old kid to be expected to carry the spinning role of international cricket?
I think it's hard to compare a left-arm orthodox to a right-arm off-spinner in Agar to Swan, especially when Swan was bowling into a lot of foot marks. And we have a lot of left-handers, where England have one left-hander in their top order. So, yeah, I don't think it's fair to compare. I think Ash has done a fantastic job so far with bat and ball. You're right, he is 19 and he has a lot of time to develop his game and learn as he goes, which is exciting for Ash and for the Australian cricket team. But I think as a 19-year-old kid, he's done a fantastic job for us.
Michael, you played in the last Ashes Test match here in 2005 when Australia managed to salvage a draw on the last day. After 6 Test losses in a row, would another battling draw represent progress of sorts, or not good enough?
Definitely not good enough. We've got to win the next 3 Test matches to win the series. That's why we're here. We'll be doing everything we can to win this Test.
Michael, on that line, is it a difficult trick to get your mindset right? You've got to be aggressive, but I mean, a lot of our batsmen have been getting out, being too aggressive. Is it you've got to win, but you've just got to not be stupid about it?
You've got to play with intent, but I think we do that anyway. I don't think that's where the series sits or dictate the way we play. I think we play our best cricket when we look to be aggressive and we play with intent, whether that be with bat or with ball. But we need to understand there's 5 days in a Test match as well. And I think we've had a lot of success as a Test team, winning games on right at the last hour of the 4th day or in the 5th day. So we know we've got to take the game deep, and the conditions we've seen over here, the wickets are pretty good for batting in the first couple of days, and then spin and reverse swing play a big part. And I think this wicket will be no different, unless it's changed overnight. Of course, I haven't seen it today. So yeah, look, I don't want players to change the way they play in regards to their intent and aggressive approach. I like that style of play. I think that's how we play our best cricket. But in saying that, through your innings, especially as a batsman, there's times you have to respect the bowler, if they're in a good spell or bowling well, new ball, reverse swinging ball, starting your innings against spin. There's difficult times through your innings as a batsman. It's just about respecting those periods, and then when you get on top to play with that aggressive intent.
Michael, has Shane Watson been working hard on trying to eradicate this LBW problem he's obviously got during the break between Tests?
Shane's been working very hard in his game. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. He, like all of us, would like a few more runs, and he's been working hard in the nets to give himself the best chance.